late afternoon in Portland, Oregon, as the sun begins to set in the western horizon beyond Evo 9X Stadium. It's time for another edition of the Simulation Football League on YouTube. Hello and a very warm welcome. Happy to have your company. My name is Michael Turillo. Anthony Ellison is alongside me for this game, which could be a very big game for both of these teams as they try and separate themselves in some very close divisions, Anthony.
Very important game with how competitive the league is. Every game is a must win, and you don't want to fall behind early. So this is going to be a good shootout, a good contest for both teams.
Portland, after their bye in week 2, is 1-1. They beat Mexico City in week 3. Denver, after beating Tulsa in week 1, has fallen in 2 one-score games to Los Angeles in week 2, and then they almost came back after being down by 21 against Sioux Falls, ended up falling by 8. Could be a potentially big day for Bailey O'Shaughnessy here. He's 50 yards away from 2,000 career receiving yards and just 8 from 5,000 rushing. And Anthony, we saw this Denver team last week against Sioux Falls. Bailey O'Shaughnessy, very impressive. What does he need to do to continue his strong start to the season tonight?
It's very important to have a balanced offense. If you know that you're going your offense through Bailey, you want to get the pass out, establish good high percentage completions, so then you can hand the ball off to your star running back to get the yardage that they're looking for.
That'll be up to Gene Struthers and his receiving corps. But right now, Portland going to be on the ball first. Scott Johnson returns it to the 30, and Cyrus Jive gets set to take snaps under center. His running back is Ezekiel Love, fullback Jacob Farmer, Israel Adams, Ryan Davis, Michael Knight, and Scott Johnson, the wide receivers, Nelson Lozano Jr. at tight end, Way Warren, Randy Fatt III, Tyler Spencer, and Jaden Taylor are on the offensive line. Sweet looking uniform matchup tonight here in Portland. The Fleet in the orange helmets, gray jerseys, gray pants, orange socks with the navy and orange stripes. Denver in the black helmets, white jerseys, black pants, black numbers with the navy trim, and the cool wing pattern down the sides of the shirts. Jive back to pass. Into the flat it goes. Caught by Nelson Lozano Jr. as he shoulders his way forward for 5 yards. Here's the Denver Nightwings defense. Robert Brady, Hugo Reynosa, Gerald Cumbas, and Brenda Puff on the defensive line. Luis Quintana, Dusty Killebrew, Stephon Forge, the linebackers, Kippa Jones, Nick Kindler, Luke Schreiner, and Rosca Santagria, the corners. Lucas DeVore and Strike Vader are the safeties. Second play from scrimmage after the 5-yard gain. Jive this time going to hand off to his back, Ezekiel Love, who gets close to a first down, gain of 4.
Yeah, and that's a good run right there, but it's set up by the first down pass right there. It was able to get a manageable second down so you can run the ball. If you didn't get it, now you got a short third down. You can either run or pass it, which is going to keep the defense on their toes.
Our eyes set here. 2 in the backfield in front of Love. He'll get the handoff. He'll bulldoze his way for a first down and more. And it was only the tackle of Rosca Santagria that potentially prevented Ezekiel Love from going to the house.
And the thing that Denver is going to need to do, they had a little trouble with that last game, tackling. You got to get to the ball carrier. Ezekiel Love is going to break that first tackle and probably that second one, so you need to get everybody there to tackle him and bring him down.
Love, 11th in the league in rushing yards, coming into the game with 334, but that time he goes nowhere, as Gerald Cumbas says, get into the ground. Good, sir. Second down and 10. Last week, we saw this Denver defense get off to a slow start, hence the 21-point potential comeback that Denver had to have in the fourth quarter. Quick slant over the middle, too far in front of the intended receiver, and it's 3rd and 10.
And that was a very dangerous route throw right there. You got to be careful. They were looking for a more of an inside release on that slant route for the tight end, but that could have been an interception. Just got to be careful with that. You want to have more safer throws, especially in the beginning.
Portland's offense riding a bit of a hot streak to start the season. Has scored 35 and 37 points in their first 2 games. Jive deep, incomplete. Off the hands of Michael Knight after he took a shoulder in the back from a member of the Denver secondary, and the Fleet will have to punt.
Great job by Denver secondary right there. Was able to jar the ball loose, even though the positioning of the tight end, they had it right there for Portland. That was a great job on defense, stopping them on 3rd down. Now it's time to see what Denver can do on offense.
Defensively, Denver's defense has given up 14, 27, and 43 points. That number has climbed week on week as Alex Jackson takes the ball to the 21-yard line. Let's introduce you to the Denver Nightwings offense. Gene Struthers is in at quarterback, Bailey O'Shaughnessy halfback, R.E. Mills, the fullback, Alex Jackson, Logan Keel, Jeremy Mosley, and Dylan Lewis at wide receiver. Keith Wheeler and Chris Alter, who caught his first career touchdown last week, is at tight end. Split back, 2 out to the left on first down, first possession for the Nightwings. It'll be Gene Struthers to throw. He's going to open it up, the cannon, and complete it to Logan Keel, back shoulder to the 40.
Ooh, that was a good throw. That was a ball that was only going to be thrown and caught by the receiver. It was right in front of the 2 linebackers in coverage, but right in front of the safety right there. Nice little corner route, and that's exactly where you want to place the ball at. That's a great start. Good throw on first down.
Here's the Portland defense. Robert Broer, Ricky Phillips, Luis Negron, and Jobo McSlim on the defensive line. Linebackers Mel Davis, Lucas Gilbert, Brody Gulch, and Joseph Lama. Corners Chris Stack, Derek Majors, Leo Morris, and Ryan Cook. Safeties Bernard Smith and Dale McLean. After 20 yards on the first play from scrimmage, it's a fumble on the second play. It's a mad scramble at the line of scrimmage, and looks like Denver has recovered. Hopkins fell on the loose ball. Almost disaster for the Nightwings.
And that was just a straight-up speed rush right there. That defensive end was going to go past that lineman regardless of what happened. Was able to get to the ball before the lineman can get their feet set, and that was a great sack right there. Almost a fumble.
2nd and 12. Haven't seen a touch for Bailey O'Shaughnessy yet tonight, and there won't be one this time. Portland brings the rush again, and the pass is batted down at the line of scrimmage by Jobo McSlim.
And right there, that's another way to get pressure. If you know you can't get to the quarterback, Slim, all he did was put his hands up and deflect the passing lane, so the quarterback had a hard time getting that ball to the receiver.
3rd and 12, 5 wide. Struthers 1 for 2 as Alex Jackson moves from left to right across the formation. 4-man rush, pass out there and caught! Another tight window catch for the Nightwings, this time by Dylan Lewis.
An absolute dot of a throw right there. Once again, we saw it a little bit earlier on the first play of the game. Right there, once again, this was a nice little wheel route. The cornerback was pressuring up on the ball. The receiver was able to get out of the line of scrimmage and got right behind him. That was a great throw by the quarterback.
Moving into Portland territory. This time it's the first run for Bailey O'Shaughnessy of the day, picking his way for 5 yards, now just 3 away from 5,000 career rushing. Surprised it took us to this long to see Bailey up.
And that's because Denver is wanting to keep Portland on their toes right there. They know that, Denver loves to go with Bailey.
They're going to go with him again on 2nd down, and he is going to pick up 4, and that's what he needs. How about 5,000 career rushing yards for Bailey O'Shaughnessy? Congratulations to you, good sir.
Big congratulations, well deserved right there. It's hard to do. The fact that to be so consistent and have those yardage season by season.
In his 5th season in the league, Bailey O'Shaughnessy has 1 All-Star appearance back in season 19. Set up on 3rd and 1. Likely he'll get the ball again here. Now to get to the 30 for a first down. O'Shaughnessy with a big hole up the middle gets the first down and a couple more to the 25. Another first down for Denver.
And then right there, this is their bread and butter right here, able to push Portland back a little bit. I love that the fullback was able to get up to that hole, get to the second level, and seal off that linebacker to give more yardage for Bailey.
Fullback is R.E. Mills on this Denver team. Has 3 carries so far this season, but mostly used as a blocking back. You see him there, number 44, out in front of O'Shaughnessy on the pitch. And that time there were too many gray and orange defenders there. Only a gain of 1. Tackle made by Mel Davis.
And that's going to be the key. And this is going to be on both teams right there. Being able to slow down the running back, getting and making good form tackling. What we learned when we were younger, wrapping them up and take them to the ground.
Another run to O'Shaughnessy, another tackle for just a gain of 1. This time Brody Gulch makes the stop. Now just 8 tackles away from 600 career tackles for Brody Gulch.
And right now we're in a passing situation. Portland loves to be ball hawks right there. They have a strong secondary. So Denver, just be careful. You're in field goal range. You don't need to go overly aggressive.
Well, they are going to go 5 wide. No running back in the formation against the 4-man rush. Struthers throws, middle, caught. It's Mosley again, and it's 1st and goal.
And that right there was a good protection and a good pocket. It was able to wait in there from the last second. That receiver broke down, cut to the inside, got in front of the 2 defenders, and that was just a good throw.
I'll tell you what, all of Gene Struthers' completions so far have been pinpoint accuracy into tight windows. And now he's got his team set up at the 10-yard line. Handoff O'Shaughnessy, trying to break a tackle, spins close to the 5. He'll push himself back in the formation for 2nd and goal.
In the mindset of Portland right now, you know that they're in the red zone. They like to go to Bailey O. So what you need to do is you need to stop the run. You need to see if that quarterback can throw another dot and go in the end zone.
It's going to be a run to R.E. Mills, only his 4th carry of the season, and it's his 1st touchdown. The fullback getting it done as Denver takes the lead.
And I love it. Reward the hard-nosed blocking fullback right there. What a way to just get the head down. Got to the 2-yard line and was not going to be denied, bowling in the way to the end zone.
Hudson James, the rookie, on to attempt the extra point. And the Denver Night Wings are up 7-0. And that took a lot of time off the clock, almost half the first quarter gone on that single drive. Twelve plays, 79 yards for Denver on their opening possession. Thank you to Ron Haynes, Ryan Arlovsky, and Eddie Gage, all helping out on stats today. One broken tackle for Scott Johnson. He falls forward to the 34. That's where Portland will start their 2nd possession. And I don't think, Anthony, Portland did a lot wrong on their 1st possession. Just kind of ran out of steam before they got to field goal range.
No, it was a good stop by Denver. They had a good first few plays right there. You don't want to get away from it. You know you have Love in the backfield. That is just a complete all-star right there. You can pass the ball. It's just about staying true to your game plan. Listen to what the coach have in mind.
To answer Adam Wiseman in the chat, is that Ari's 1st career rushing TD? No, it is not. It is his 5th career rushing touchdown. Portland now going to try and answer with 3:30 to go in the 1st quarter. Jive. All day in the pocket, gonna heave one down the field, and a one-handed catch by the tight end, Nelson Lozano Jr.
And I will always say a tight end is a quarterback best friend. They have a bigger target radius right there. Great job by the protection from the O-line, and what a stretch and catch by the tight end to keep it in for a 1st down.
Jive in his third season here with Portland. Hands the ball off to Ezekiel Love, and he gets no love from Gerald Compass, makes his second tackle of the game. Love at times in his career has been that major feature back for Portland. Jive rolls out of the pocket, has nice blocking, but the pass is knocked away. Strike Vader, the rookie, got a hand to it. It's 3rd and 9.
And we saw Strike Vader last week make plays after plays against Sioux Falls, and right there, perfect timing. Was able to make contact with the receiver after the ball was thrown, so it wasn't pass interference, and that was just a good stop right there.
First time in the gun for Cyrus Jive today. He's got Love on the sidecar, and Michael Knight flashing across the formation in front of it. Need the 37-yard line for a first down. Jive, 7-step drop, pumps once, throws all the way across the field, incomplete, but a flag is thrown as Nick Kindler may have jumped in a tad early.
Oh.
A huge pass interference call on the 8-season veteran. Watch it there. Oh, that's close.
And I was just saying that the play before with Strike Vader, that it was the timing of deflecting and making contact. There, it looks like it was just a little bit early that they can call it a pass interference.
Game of fine margins, but it keeps Portland's drive alive. And Cyrus Jive almost throws it away to DeVore. And it's 2nd down and 10. Portland lucky to see 2nd down.
Yeah, that linebacker was sitting right in the hook zone right there. Looks like the quarterback didn't see it. That was almost a dangerous pass right there.
Credit to this O-line, though. Jay Warren, Randy Fatt, Tyler Spencer, and Jaden Taylor. They've been keeping Cyrus Jive off the turf. No sacks yet. Jive, quick release towards the first down marker, and he's going to get there. That was Israel Adams on his first catch of the game, and that looked pretty close to me. Wouldn't be surprised to see a challenge out of Denver.
Yeah, nice little comeback route right there. The biggest thing there, you want to secure the ball. You know that there was a safety that was coming bowling down to hit you. You just want to catch it, go to the ground. Oh, there was a first down.
Yeah, no challenge from the Denver coaching staff. Jive, pressure from the backside, gets the pass away, and it's complete. Down to the 2-yard line, Michael Knight.
And that's another good catch. Nice little skinny post right there. Was able, knowing, once again, a safety is right in front of you that's going to hit you, but you are going to embrace the hit, and that's the way to secure the ball right there. Now we're talking about 1st and goal, and you know what Portland likes to do in this situation.
Great recognition by Cyrus Jive as well, locating that corner blitz and noticing that there was a receiver open to make the play. They're going to pass from the 1-yard line. Jive off his back foot, and the catch is made for the touchdown.
Woo-hoo! Oh, that was absolutely beautiful. Was able to throw it off the back foot, and I'm loving the one-handed catch right there, knowing that there was dangers around you, tucking into your body, fall down from the end zone.
Portland answers Denver's long scoring drive with a shorter but nonetheless more impressive drive of their own. But you got to remember, if not for that pass interference penalty, this drive would have gone the exact same way as Portland's first drive, stalling out just before field goal range. But as it stands, it's 7-7 after the Joey Robb field goal.
And that's Portland taking advantage of a call right there. That could have gone either way, but they stuck to their game plan. They knew they had a second chance, and they made the best of it.
Eight plays, 44 yards, 43 of those through the air, only one run to Ezekiel Love. So obviously the game plan for Portland tonight, not to run the ball into this Denver front seven. 1:19 to go in the first half. Struthers overthrows O'Shaughnessy as he was on that wheel route. Second down.
Just out of the reach of Bailey's hands right there. That was a good route. That could have, if he would have caught it, he was one tackle away for going down to the end zone. So almost.
We know that Bailey's got that speed. Had a long touchdown run last week against Sioux Falls. Struthers back to pass again, hits Mosley in stride, and Jeremy Mosley powers forward for a move of the chains for the Night Wings.
I love it. Going back to that slant route that they did well the possession before. Got it in between the defenders. Almost took it for bigger yards right there, but once again, that's a good first down. Keep the chain going.
Struthers spreading the ball around. 5 of the 6 receivers have targets. He's got plenty of time to work in the pocket. Now the pressure comes, but he finds Logan Keel at the end of it. First down, Denver again.
And Denver, that was great timing, great protection. That's really tough for the defense to try to play defense for like 5 to 6 seconds, and you can't get a pass rush. Denver had all the time in the world, receiver was able to find a hole in the zone and get that first down.
The longer you let a quarterback sit there in the pocket, the more likely it is that he will find somebody open as the play breaks down. Bailey O'Shaughnessy broken down there by Robert Brar. And it's 2nd and 11 after a gain of -1.
And the thing is, you're Portland, you want to be mindful. Denver's been passing the ball pretty well. You got to think about that there. I know their focus is containing Bailey, but right now you got to watch out for that passing attack.
End of the first quarter, 7-7 here between the Denver Night Wings and the Portland Fleet. You're watching the Simulation Football League presented by APM Music on YouTube. Second quarter on tap here from Evo 9X Stadium. Anthony Ellison is alongside myself, Michael Trevino, with Ron Haynes, Ryan Orlovsky, and Eddie Gage on StatsCam, and Irvine producing, as always, here on a Saturday night in the Pacific Northwest. Struthers has a long time to rear back and throw, and he throws it over the head of pretty much everybody. And incomplete. That was nice arm strength there by Struthers. He almost threw that one to the end zone.
Yeah, and that's when you have that much time to you can step back, you can look at every read, every progression, and go back over it again. That's going to be dangerous for Portland.
3rd down at 11. We may see another deep drop back from Struthers here. He's done it on a couple of occasions, and his wide receivers have bailed him out more often than not in the early going. 5 of 8. So far. Struthers gonna take off and run on 3rd and long. He's gonna be close. He's gonna be 1 yard short. Needed 11, got 10.
And that's a good run right there. Once again, the pocket was right there. It was open. And good job sliding and making sure you don't take the extra hit. I know you're short of the 4th down on the 1st down, but got to play it safe.
But that sets up this 4th and 1. I love the aggression. Not in field goal range, but they want to take the lead back anyway. Handoff, O'Shaughnessy, first down, and more, pushing his way to the 35. Excellent, aggressive call by head coach Stefan Forge and the Denver Night Wings.
Look, I'm a big numbers person here, and they had that percentage, and it looked like they had a high percentage that they were going to get that first down. They were confident in Bailey and the offensive line doing a fantastic job, and that's right there. I love that call. Fantastic.
1st and 10. Keel moves across the formation. Leo Morris tracks him there. Handoff, O'Shaughnessy inside the 30 to the 29. Already a couple games played earlier today. Sioux Falls, who beat Denver last week, fell against Minnesota, and congratulations to the Queen City Corsairs as they get their first win of the season, as that pass is incomplete, intended for Jeremy Mosley. They get their first win of the season against Charleston. First win for 2 seasons for Queen City. Congratulations to Tom Walsh, that entire organization. 3rd and 3 here. After the 4th down conversion to give Denver more life, can they extend the drive again? Struthers pumps once. Great block on the backside to buy him some more time. But Mosley cannot hang on through contact, and it looks like the Nightwings will have to settle for a field goal.
Big breakup right there by Dale McClain. That could have been a first down, but was able to break up the pass right before he caught it.
This will be a 46-yard attempt for Hudson James. It is on the way and good. And the Denver Nightwings take a 10-7 lead, 8:22 to go here in the second quarter. Well, normally here in the Simulation Football League, we're all about having fun, playing football, coming together as a community. And somebody important to the SFL family needs us to come together for him now. Jacob Bouvette, who is the owner of the Portland Fleet, playing here today, just lost basically everything in a house fire in Spokane, Washington. There is a GoFundMe set up for people that have the means to support, and Cameron Irvine, our producer, just put it in the chat. But if you can't, just keep them and him and his family in your thoughts, and we're playing for something more than just the win today. Back to action. Portland down 10-7. Both of these teams looking for their second win of the season, a win that would take them to at least a share of their division lead. Jive rolls out, finds the open man underneath, and breaking a tackle and getting down the field almost to midfield. How about that for the fullback, Jacob Farmer?
And that right there, quarterback showing patience, going through your reads, realize number 1 and number 2 is not open, check it down to your fullback. Great yardage.
He was able to break that one tackle. Not a lot of love for Nick Kindler in this game so far. He was struck with that pass interference penalty that kept the Portland touchdown drive going, and now was shrugged off by Jacob Farmer. Portland moving the ball near midfield. Another 5 wide set. Thrown down. The numbers tipped and incomplete. Luis Quintana got the intervention on that one. We go to SFL headquarters and our good friend Cameron Irvine.
Thank you, Michael. Louisiana in D.C. tonight, and Tommy Utah hits Rego Dinero on a dime into the end zone. Louisiana was down early, but they are hanging around. 21-14 in the third, a good one in the nation's capital. Back to you guys in Portland.
Thank you, Cam. A wayward pass well behind the intended receiver from Cyrus Jive will bring up 3rd down and 10 for the Fleet. We have seen a reliance on the pass today. And we're going to need it again here. Jive looking, plenty of time, throwing deep, intercepted! Rosca Santagria, the stat man, has another interception on the board. Though correction, that was picked off by Lucas DeVore. the free safety. Either way, it's a turnover for Denver. And the Nightwings a chance to increase their lead before halftime.
That right there, that's just the definition of playing center field. Was following one receiver, tracked off of it, watching the eyes of the quarterback, and was able to just pick it off.
.7:41 to go in the second. Denver's offense back on the field with the lead. Struthers to the middle of the field, caught for a short gain. If you're new to the SFL, welcome. The SFL is football for everyone. Get off the sidelines and start your player today by joining our Discord server at simulationfl.net. Click the Join the Community button and begin your career, or just to meet the stars of the SFL on and off the field. It's never too late to get involved. Handoff, O'Shaughnessy, big hole up the middle. First down for Denver.
Yeah, Denver has the momentum right now after that big play interception. Driving the ball, trying to get some points before the half.
And you feel that it's only a matter of time before Bailey O'Shaughnessy breaks out for a big run. He's been mostly contained today. And as he was right there, he's had 3 carries for negative yards so far, but does have 42 yards total on the game.
Yeah, Portland's doing the best they can to contain Bailey in the run game.
Second and 11. O'Shaughnessy in the fullback spot in that formation. Gets a short gain, 3rd and 8.
And I appreciate what Denver is doing. They're trying to line Bailey up in different formations and different positions to try to see if they can find a opening and find like a little like hole in the defense.
Third and 8, they'll go to the pass. Gene Struthers sets up, rocks and fires, and completes. Down the numbers to Dylan Lewis for a big first down for Denver.
And that's a great throw right there. So that's only Dylan able to catch that ball right there, right in that skinny post, threw it right on the outside shoulder, knowing the defenders were on the left-hand side, threw it to the right side. Now only he can catch it.
First catch of the game for Lewis. Now the only receiver without a catch for Denver is Alex Jackson. Pitch, O'Shaughnessy camp outs it outside, loses a yard. We have seen Portland pretty much eat up those pitch plays to O'Shaughnessy so far in this game.
Yeah, they want to crowd the line of scrimmage. They're attacking and flying to the ball. That's what you want to do. Now you just got to keep an eye out for the passing game.
It has been lethal. 106 yards for Gene Struthers so far, looking for more here as he finds a wide open Logan Keel for another first down.
Great pickup protection by the offensive line, able to keep the quarterback standing tall, finding that receiver that did not, once again, another little skinny post route right in front of the linebacker, but right behind the linebacker, right in front of the safety for that catch.
And it seems like every time Portland is bringing extra pressure from the linebackers or the corners, Gene Struthers is just picking that defense apart. Here's O'Shaughnessy on an end around. He's got room to run and the speed to get there. And he's dropped inside the 20-yard line. A 3rd red zone trip of the game for Denver.
And this is all like, it starts with the offensive line. The offensive line is making the right protection slides and calls, and that's thanks to the center. They're seeing something in Portland's defense, and they're actually moving the coverage over so then they can run and find these open holes or finding these passing lanes.
Evo 9X Stadium crowd getting loud behind their Portland defense. Trying to come up with a huge stop here. Under 4 minutes to go here in the first half. Struthers, the pocket collapses. He gets the pass away, and it's caught Dylan Lewis to the 2-yard line, 1st and goal.
And they was very fortunate that wasn't a pick six. The number 24 was jumping that route 125% and just missed the ball. But great concentration right there from the receiver, knowing that it could have been an interception, keeping hold of the ball.
Time Denver was down here, it was Ari Mills getting his first touchdown of the season. This time it's going to be a pass into the flat. O'Shaughnessy doesn't get anywhere as Derek Majors makes the tackle, 2nd and goal.
Now, while we're in the goal line here, you don't want to get away from what's been really working well. You have your offensive line is blocking extremely well. Just keep going with your game plan.
Formation. They've got Ari Mills set up as the feature back with O'Shaughnessy in the fullback spot. Mills is going to get a 2nd touchdown. Already a career day for R.E. Mills as he puts Denver up by 2 scores.
Love it, love it, love it. Right there, you got a little thunder lightning action. When you get closer to the goal line, you bring in the thunder, you bring in the boom, knowing that it's going to be hard to tackle Mills right there. And it showed once again, 2nd touchdown.
And Mills, who before this game only had 4 career touchdowns, already has 2 in the first half tonight. Extra point up and good from Hudson James. And that has to be, Anthony, an intentional decision by the Denver coaching staff to try and get Mills the ball in those goal line sets.
Well, it looks like they saw something on film and were just like, let's bring in something of a bigger back that's going to, chip the offense a little bit. And it looks like it's working so far.
Here's a big return out past the 40. Look at him go. Leo Morris, can anybody catch him? Inside the 20. How's this for a response from Portland? A return touchdown.
That is exactly what you need to get the momentum back into the game right here. That's great tackle. What a way to seal off the left side. Only had one person to beat. It looks like the punter. And it was not today for that punter. And it was just daylight and grass ahead of him, and that's how you get back into the game. Beautiful.
Well, that's the life of a kicker. 1 minute you're kicking an extra point, the next you've got your back on the turf, and a speedy cornerback with the ball in his hands running the other way for 6 points. And just when you thought Denver might run away with this one, Portland right back in it. Rob, extra point, good. And back to a 3-point game.
In Portland, that is something that the defense love to see, get them decided. Even though they have to go back on defense, they have motivation. And all it took was one kickoff.
100 yards on the kickoff return for Leo Morris. And here comes Dylan Lewis the other way. He had his eyes on an immediate response, but it will not happen this time. Denver will start with the ball on their own 26. The one downside to this is it puts the Portland defense back on the field where they've been for the majority of this first half. Just 43 seconds before the 2-minute warning here. Denver with all the time to work with. Struthers doesn't say we need time. He says we need Dylan Lewis to pick us up another 15-ish yards in a first down.
And that's just the confidence of Struthers right now. Making the completion, throwing it for 66.7% of the time completed. Beautiful skinny post route. You've been seeing it a lot today. Just right in front of that safety. And just great job for the receivers taking the hit and not fumbling the ball.
Dale McClain made the tackle. Struthers officially 11 of 16. Handoff O'Shaughnessy. And he is spun down after a gain of 6. Vicious hit from Joseph Lama in the middle. We have hit the 2-minute warning here. Denver and Portland trading haymakers and long drives. You're watching the Simulation Football League presented by APM Music on YouTube. A couple of one-win teams doing battle in the Rose City out here in Washington. Bailey O'Shaughnessy gets the carry. Breaks one tackle past the 50-yard line. First down for Denver.
And right now, Denver is just clicking on all cylinders right there. Bailey is having just an all-around great game. And this is just going to be a back-and-forth game.
O'Shaughnessy, blockers in front of him. He was slowed up a little bit by Lucas Gilbert, and that allowed Brody Gulch to make the tackle. We are again on Gulch watch tonight. He started the game 9 tackles away from 600 on his career. That was his 5th of the evening. Another handoff to Bailey O. He gets skinny, gets a spin move inside the 30, dragged down from behind by Dale McLean. Timeout is called by Portland.
That's just a great piece of running right there. It was just able to get skinny in the line and then saw the defender to the left, spun to the right. This is just fun to watch right there. That's just a good quality run.
Correction, that was Denver taking that first timeout to stop the clock. They don't want to settle for any field goal. They want the end zone before the end of the half. Struthers is going to go aggressive with it. Oh, the pass is caught. Jeremy Mosley. For a second there, I thought that Leo Morris was going to pick that off.
Yeah, that's the way. Great job, receivers, just taking the ball out of the air before the defense can react to do anything with it. That was dangerous, but once again, when you are comfortable, you trust the receivers, that can happen.
Struthers, middle incomplete. Looking for O'Shaughnessy on the corner, right out of the backfield. That would have been Bailey's second catch of the game, had one for 0 yards earlier. Jean into the flat. O'Shaughnessy gets a great block on the outside, and he could go. He's going to be stopped up inside the 10. Another 1st and goal for Denver.
What a pancake block. Looks like by the tight end right there. And then the rest is just Bailey just doing what he does best. But let's just give it up. That block was phenomenal.
Chris Alter with the pancake. And pre-snap, you saw he moved from the weak side to the strong side of the formation to be in position to make that block. 1st and goal, still in a passing formation here for Denver with 3 wide receivers. Into the flat, a little bit behind the intended receiver. It is complete, Chris Alter, but Denver's going to be forced to take another timeout.
So you just got to be mindful, Denver, now that you're running out of timeouts. You want to throw the ball to the sidelines to stop the clock or take a shot at the end zone, but you don't want something that's going to keep the clock going.
Bunchett to the right. Portland brings the blitz, and it's incomplete. Tipped away at the goal line by Mel Davis, and Portland gets a half stop inside the red zone.
Yeah, I love it. Linebacker playing that post, knowing that they've seen it a couple times this game so far. Almost an interception. That could have been big.
Third and goal. I was mistaken. I thought the last play was third and goal. This is third and goal. O'Shaughnessy motioned out of the backfield. It's going to be on the arm of Struthers. He takes the bell tie, snap, 5-step drop, throws to the corner, and in double coverage, Logan Keel puts Denver up by 2 scores again.
Absolute dime on the throw. I love how the quarterback was staring at the safety to hold him off and was able to throw it to the corner right there before the safety can get to it. That's all about eye manipulation right there. Looking one way and then throwing it the other.
Dale McClain was the closest defender to Logan Keel. But in a high-scoring first half, Denver continues to keep the Fleet at arm's length back to a 10-point game. For all league highlights, photo galleries, major and minor league stats and leaderboards, community content, and so much more, check out the league's website at simulationfl.net, presented by Football Shift. Stay up to date and explore our past, present, and future. Anthony, with 38 seconds to go and 3 timeouts, what does Portland need to kind of change up here to get into the end zone before the end of the half?
We haven't seen as much throwing the ball. Obviously, you don't want to risk it too much and get an interception and give Denver a chance to kick a quick field goal. But you want to get more comfortable in the passing game. Look for some mismatch. You have them.
Jive, roll out to the right. Throws towards the first down marker. Adams makes the catch. 2 yards shy of it for an 8-yard gain.
And, you take what the defense is going to give you. So, the defense are going to be playing the quarter of the field. Take the underneath and just get out of bounds.
Looks like Portland not in that much of a hurry, set up to run the ball. They do with Ezekiel Love. Only his 5th carry of the ball game. He's going to end up 1 yard short. Portland will not take a timeout. It looks like they're content to go to the half. Denver will get the ball first in the second half, if I remember rightly. Last play of the first half, just another run to Ezekiel Love. He'll fall forward for a first down, but time will run out. Well, despite the biggest moment of the first half being the Leo Morris kickoff return for a touchdown, the Denver Nightwings have mostly controlled this game with a very efficient night so far from Gene Struthers and Bailey O'Shaughnessy doing Bailey O'Shaughnessy type things as we hit the break. Anthony, your thoughts on a very competitive first half?
Yeah, Denver changed up the way they were playing right there. They had great passes. You got to really like it. Struthers had confidence throwing absolute dots to the corners, on the inside, on the post route right there. They came to throw the ball, which opened up the running lanes for Bailey later in that second quarter. So it really caught Portland off guard because they were just expecting a lot of running. But Denver came out and said, hey, we can throw the football. We're going to get you off balance. So right now, Portland, still a lot of football left, needs to respond with their passing attack so then they can open up running lanes for Love.
Gene Struthers today, a full 10 points higher on his completion percentage than he was last week against Sioux Falls. 58% there, 68% here in the first half. And of course, no turnovers for Denver. They almost had one. Struthers had the ball pop out of his hands on a sack, but thankfully for Denver, they were able to recover. The Nightwings will get the ball first to start the second half, as Denver in the black helmets and pants, white jerseys, black numbers with a navy trim. Portland, orange helmets, gray jerseys and pants with the bright orange socks and their steel alternates today. And before we get the second half started, We go to Cam and Irvine in studio for Game Break.
Thanks, Torillo. DC is sleepwalking a little bit in this game. They had a 21-7 advantage, but Dwayne Salmon says, "How you doing?" He scores. It's tied 21-21 with 6 minutes to go, and Louisiana's getting the ball. Back to you in Portland.
Portland thinking about a comeback, but they can't do it with Jeremy Mosley making catches like that, Anthony Ellison.
and this has been all day. Like, if it's not him, it's somebody else. They are securing the ball, and which is giving Struthers the confidence to keep throwing it to them, because they'll take a hit, but they're holding on to it.
Before the game started, Jeremy Mosley only had 9 receptions for 103 yards. Handoff, O'Shaughnessy running left, slips out of 1 tackle, pulls the defender forward, and picks up 8 yards. Today, Kiel 59 yards on 4 catches.
And right there, it's all starting with the offensive line right here. If when you seal the backside, it gives the running back confidence to keep on going, knowing that nobody's going to chase them. And that's just a fantastic job blocking. And then Bailey not going down after the initial hit, dragging the defender 3 to 4 yards extra.
Almost 100 yards on the game for O'Shaughnessy. 2 yards away from 100 and also 2 yards away from a first down. He'll get the call. Oh, excuse me, that's Ari Mills. He's got 2 touchdowns today. He burrows a defender into the ground and picks up a huge first down to midfield.
And there's that thunder and lightning that we were talking about there. Ari Mills is literally just bowled over number 54. Just like, hey, you need to take a seat. And that's what happened right there. And that's another first down.
Lucas Gilbert staring up into the northwestern sky after that one. First down for Denver in Portland territory. Pitch. O'Shaughnessy slips 1 tackle, can't get away from McLean. Second down and 9. And O'Shaughnessy's had more success when he's been running inside behind the offensive line than when trying to stretch it outside.
And yeah, that's the thing. That's great blocking right there. When you can run inside, he can get skinny and then spin it out. You don't want to go away from that.
Second and 9, another pitch to O'Shaughnessy, makes a man miss in the backfield, and eventually picks up 5 on the play.
And the one thing with Bailey is, like, you have to group tackle. If you do one-on-one stuff, that first tackle will likely get broken right there, and this is why he is over 100 yards rushing for the day.
Gene Struthers 10 yards shy of 200 as he takes the snap. Going to throw underneath. Pick up 6 more. And have another first down for Denver. The Nightwings have really controlled the pace of this game.
And you could tell this wasn't the game plan that Portland studied. And great job, Denver, with the play calling.
Denver already inside the 40. Handoff to O'Shaughnessy again out of that split back set. Lowers his shoulder, picks up 5.
And when you're getting 4 to 5 yards on a rushing attempt, it makes it so much easier for the quarterback, because you are like, it's less yards to get to the first down. Now you can throw in some play actions, and then that's how the receivers are getting open.
And there's no incentive for Denver to go back to passing the ball. They're up 10 in the second half with the clock running out. The Fleet haven't even touched the ball here in this third quarter. And they will continue to run. Ari Mills inside the 30 and falls forward for another first down.
And when you're running it this well, it's helping out your defense. Your defense is getting all the oxygen on the sideline, and they're feeling good. And right now, in Portland's defense is getting tired because they keep on getting pushed back.
pitch. O'Shaughnessy tries to bounce it outside. Absolutely not, says Bernard Smith. Second out at 11. It's interesting, Anthony, because a lot of times we'll see Bailey O'Shaughnessy either be feast or famine. Either he's getting 8 to 10 yards or he's going backwards.
And it's all like the blocking and him finding the right hole.
That time he didn't. Second down and 10. We'll see if Gene Struthers decides to throw here. He will. He's just going to pitch it short. O'Shaughnessy, the safety valve, picks up 3 yards.
Like I said, but O'Shaughnessy has been everywhere on the offense today, catching it and running it. But they also sprinkled in like Mills running the ball and passing it. So it's just been a balanced offense.
7. And they go empty set, 4 wide. Struthers going to take a shot inside the 5. And a drilling hit from Bernard Smith jars the ball loose. And it's 4th down.
And even with all the first downs that Denver was getting, that's a big stop for Portland. You want to stop them from getting the touchdown, and right there, force them to kick a field goal, see if they're going to make it. But that's the stop Portland needed.
This will be a 40-yarder from Hudson James. From his left foot through the uprights, and it's 27-14. Denver inching farther and farther away. Liking the game so far? Smash that like button and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. The SFL produces over 400 events a year, and there is no one else that gives you more football. Don't miss a minute of SFL or SFLM action and help the channel grow through your support. 12-play drive for the Nightwings as they increase the lead. And right now, it's on the Portland offense to try and get something going. Their best play of the game was a kickoff return. This time, Scott Johnson gets out to the 31.
Yeah, they have to do something. The Jive got to come out and throw in the ball. Because if you take away that kick return, they only have 7 points of offense right now. And you need to keep up with the high-power offense that Denver's doing. So coming out, throwing the ball is going to be very important.
And even if you do score, last drive, Denver took 4 minutes and 48 seconds off the clock after rushing the ball 7 times and only passing 4. And they were only forced to pass those 4 times because they got in second, third, and long. I think as Bailey O'Shaughnessy got tired towards the end of the drive. Here's the first play of the second half on offense for the Fleet. It'll be Cyrus Jive over the middle. Pass is caught by Adams. 11 yards and a first down.
Like I said, the offensive line gave him time. And that's what you're going to need. Good high percentage throw. That was right in the outreach on number 51. We were able to bring it down, but it was a good job protecting the quarterback.
So what Strike Vader was doing, he fell over backwards while trying to defend that pass. The ball was nowhere near him. I'm not sure what he tripped over. Wild banana peels out there at Evo 9X Stadium today. Jive steps back. One-handed catch by Adams on what looked like the exact same play.
And almost the exact same result right there. That's a great catch. We've been seeing a lot of great one-hand catches today.
Jive, 9 of 16, as this Portland offense has not really found the momentum that it has needed to stay in this game, trying to pick something up off the canvas. Here is Ezekiel Love in the situation that he is best at. Second and short, picks up the first down.
These are all positives right now for Portland. You're still in it. You just got to score quickly and come out and play good defense.
Portland is averaging a ridiculously high number of points per game. Top 10 of the league at 36 points a game. Ezekiel Love trying to stretch this one to the outside, picks up 4. Held, or being held right now, to what would be their lowest point total by a long way. Their lowest scoring outing earlier in the season was week 1 against Seattle. They scored 35 points. Handoff. Love. Close to a first down, and they will give him the conversion. Now available, free to download. You can play the SFL video game on the go on the Retroid Pocket 3 Plus, an emulator for 4K 23. In the palm of your hand. Order your Retroid today at GoRetroid.com. Search SFL and download our mod at simulationfl.net/4K23. Third straight run for Love. Picks up 4.
Looks like they're picking it up more with Love, but Denver all around just been doing a great job containing Love for only 38 yards on 10 attempts.
Another handoff to Love. Spin move in the middle, and he gets another first down. Another generous spot for Portland as they move the chains. Approaching 2 minutes to go in the quarter. Jive, that pass tipped to the line of scrimmage and incomplete. Hugo Reynosa got his fists up to it.
And that made it difficult for Jive to throw the ball because the defensive lineman was in the way of throwing it.
And outside of Gerald Cumbas, who has 2 tackles tonight, we haven't really mentioned the defensive line for Denver all that much. Jive looking around, throwing short. Brian Davis had to dive for it, but comes up with the catch.
Sometimes big plays won't show up in the stat sheet, especially for the defensive line for Denver. The fact is that they've contained their blocks. They pushed the offensive line back in Portland, so it made it tough for Love to run the ball.
Jive on third down looking, has Israel Adams inside the 5, and first and goal for Portland now coming up at the 4-yard line.
Yeah, that's the third catch of the drive for Adams right there. It looks like Jive found somebody that he can connect with. Once again, what a way to get off of the defender. Shade inside post, was able to secure the ball. Like I said, you got something going, just keep going back to him.
That's been their most effective play on offense. Israel Adams, 53 yards on 6 targets. Ezekiel Love, only 11 rushing attempts before this. He's not going to get the ball this time as Jive's going to look to throw. Now he's going to look to take off. He buries his way to the goal line. Oh, that almost was a quarterback rushing touchdown. Cyrus Jive a yard short.
Love that he took it in his own hands right there. Got to be careful just because, you know, you want the touchdown. You don't want to hurt yourself, especially on your throwing shoulder.
Now inside the 1. They will give it to Ezekiel Love. And he finds the end zone with a spectacular dive.
And that's a good, solid, complete drive there. That's what you want to see for Portland. Now, go to the sideline, talk to your defense, and say, hey, you got our back, we got yours. And then this is still a bargaining. We still have another quarter of football.
And with how much possession time the Nightwings have had in this game, it's still a 7, maybe a 6-point game, depending on this extra point. Joey Robb up and good. It's a 6-point game here late in the third. 12 plays, 69 yards, and again, another almost 5-minute drive. These teams have been trading long, punishing drives back and forth all game long.
Yeah, this is what we expect with 2 football teams that can put up points and put up points in bunches. This is why this is going to be an exciting ending to the game.
Here's Jackson, spin move to get close to the 30. They'll spot it at the 28-yard line. Coming into the game, I thought this would be a battle of the running backs. is you've got Ezekiel Love, who's 11th in yards, and of course Bailey O'Shaughnessy 3rd in yards rushing on the season. He's shown up. Ezekiel Love took him a while, but he has finally entered the ball game as a big contributor for Portland. As we approach the end of the third. Denver going to look to continue to run the clock with Bailey O. Try and grind out another win. It's a blitz, and O'Shaughnessy runs right through it into the secondary, and he gets 15 yards and a first down.
And that's just the will of the offensive line, pushing Portland back and moving them wherever they want to, and then Bailey finding every single seam and crack to get in there. And this is just a good display of rushing and blocking.
Last week against Sioux Falls, Bailey O'Shaughnessy had 24 carries in the whole game. He's got 24 carries right now at the end of the third quarter, although Denver is up in this game, and they were down for a majority of the game against the Sparrows. They will get one more play off before the end of the third quarter. And we go to the fourth. Four's up, 27-21. Portland trying to hang in there as both of these teams look for win number 2 on the season right here on the Simulation Football League presented by APM Music on YouTube.
Of Simulation Football League is intended for the private use of our audience. Any rebroadcast, retransmission, or account of the game without the express written consent of the league office is prohibited.
Back inside Evo 9X Stadium. Michael Turillo, Anthony Ellison on the call, Ron Haynes, Ryan Arlovsky, Eddie Gage on stats, Cameron Irvine in the studio producing. And Portland trying desperately to get off the field on defense. Struthers short over the middle, caught. And Chris Arthur is tackled right there. 3rd down and 3. Portland's going to have a chance to do just that.
If you think about last game for Denver, for Sioux Falls, they scored a bunch of points towards the end. It was a little bit too late, but we know that Denver can score, and they took this momentum into this game right here.
Struthers on 3rd down. Across the middle, wide open Keith Wheeler. How about that for a first impression? His first catch of the game, and it's a Denver first down.
And that's passing the ball around right there. That is the 5th target for Denver. 5th different target. And Struthers, like I said, only incompleted the ball 8 times, throwing for 71%. This is just a good, high efficiency football that Denver's playing.
Bernard Smith made the tackle. He leads Portland with 9 solo tackles on the game. Struthers escapes the pocket and is caught from behind by Jobo McSlim as he tried to extend the play.
And almost broke the tackle right there. Got skinny for the offensive line, but just got tripped up right there.
Into field goal range now for Denver. Can go back up by 2 scores with a triple, but they want all 7. A handoff to Bailey O'Shaughnessy. Stutter step, almost looked like he got blocked by the ref. And that allowed Bernard Smith to make another tackle, his 10th of the game.
And he's been all over the field today for this defense right here. But once again, this was a straight fullback dive for Bailey. Straight up the middle, left tackle kicking out the defensive end. And then your guard pushing your defensive tackle inward. And that's just a straight shot run.
O'Shaughnessy averaging just about 5.5 yards per carry. He has a fair bit of backwards plays as well. This one's not going to be one of them as he tries to pick his way through the middle for 5 more yards. APM Music is unrivaled music to bring your stories to life, inspiring every production with the world's most robust and constantly refreshed music collection. State-of-the-art technology and world-class customer service. APM Music is the official soundtrack of the Simulation Football League. To explore their library and to find the perfect tracks for your projects, visit apmmusic.com. Delayed handoff, Bailey-O, first down and goal from the 9 for Denver as they look to maybe close this one out here with 7.5 left.
Yeah, the clock keeps going right here, and they're rushing the ball effectively. Why change?
First and goal. Struthers wants the end zone again. He's going to throw it short to Keel. That'll keep the time ticking down and bring up second and goal. We have a little bit of a bleed from SFL Studios. You can hear Cameron Irvine in the background. Under 7 minutes left. O'Shaughnessy up the middle. He doesn't have a touchdown until now in the ballgame. Bailey-O, don't you know? And Denver back up by 2 scores yet again.
And it's just, you don't know who's going to get the ball for Denver because they're just passing around for everybody, and Bailey just came out to play, knowing that he only had 8 yards to get the record, to give a milestone right there, but wanted more today. Denver wanted it more than Portland. It's still time left, but just the offensive line, it's just been brilliant play calling the whole time.
34-21, back up by 13, and Portland now with 6:54 left is gonna have to get a move on and score as quick as they can, because with Denver averaging 4.5 5-minute drives, they only may get one more drive. Kneel down in the end zone from Leo Morris. That last drive for Denver, 3:52 off the clock. That's one of their slowest drives of the game. Have 2 that are just under 3 minutes, but everything else 3 minutes and up. Cyrus Jive feels the urgency and goes over the middle to Nelson Lozano Jr.
In Portland, now you got the clock against you. You need to get points up as quickly as possible.
Portland right now is at a very similar spot to where Denver was a week ago against Sioux Falls, down multiple scores in the fourth quarter. We saw a comeback attempt by Denver fall just short. Can Portland put something together here late? Before we find out that, we find out what's going on in the other game with Cameron Irvine.
Thank you, Turillo. It is all wrapped up. Louisiana, 40 seconds left. Tommy Utah trying to find someone deep down the field, and Darrell Bullock, who had a pick 6 earlier in this ball game, takes it away. DC 14 points off turnovers, Louisiana nothing, and the Revs fall in another close one for the 3rd week in a row. Back to you guys in Portland.
Another Revolution heartbreaker. Thanks, Cam. Handoff, Ezekiel Love goes for a couple of yards. 2nd down and 9. Jive passes incomplete, just over the outstretched fingertips of Nelson Lozano Jr. Big 3rd down coming up here, Anthony.
Yeah, you're probably talking 4 down territory for Portland. You want to look for Adams. That was 4 catches last drive right here. None this drive so far. Got to get something in.
That post route's been working real well. Jive gonna go back to the middle, and he finds Ryan Davis to midfield, and a move of the chains for the Fleet.
And you just said it right there. That post route was looking good last drive right there. They had something going. Nice. Another one once again. There's been fantastic passing on both sides of the field. When you can throw it over a defender, but in front of another one, that's just a great window passing.
Portland got to put the hammer down and go fast down the field. They're halfway there, right at the 50-yard line. Jive, wide open underneath. That's Michael Knight. He fights to try and get out of bounds to stop the clock. He does, and he picks up the first down.
Nice little double whammy right there, and those are the plays you need. Big chunk plays. Keep pushing the ball down the field.
Oscar Santagria made the tackle. Defensively for Denver, haven't been on the field all too often today, but 6 tackles each from Luis Quintana and Stephon Forge. Of course, they've got the 1 interception from Lucas DeVore. Fresh set of downs at the 40. 4:54 left. Jive. Belly into the running back of Scott Johnson, the wide receiver. How about that for an interesting shakeup there from Portland's offense?
Yeah, that Denver was not expecting that right there to the wide receiver, and he gave them a good chunk yardage.
Portland now mixing it up. They go back to Ezekiel Love. He gets a nice seal block. He gets a tackle, gets inside the 10. Ezekiel Love, his second touchdown of the second half, and Portland is in business again.
At the end of the day, Ezekiel Love is going to do what Ezekiel Love does. Right there, is able to get skinny and just run to daylight. This is what he does, and that's a fantastic blocking for Portland.
Of up to 84 yards. Remember, he only had 11 yards, I believe, in the first half. He's put on a clinic in the second half to get up to 84. Joey Robb, extra point up and good. 6-point game again. We are not done here on the SFL Network on YouTube today. Under the lights, Arizona and Indy try and pick up the pieces this week in the Streets Are Talking Brawl, and Seattle heads to LA for the Lycans home opener. It all comes your way live at 9 p.m. Eastern on SFL YouTube. Mike Daggs and Ramos Lynn on a Mexico City flavor calling the Indianapolis-Arizona game, and LA-Seattle will be Ethan Muslin and Wade Phillips. Tomorrow, got a full slate of games coming at you starting at 6:30 with Alamo City, who's off to a hot start, probably the hottest start of anybody this season, taking on Houston. That's Eric Vincent and Marcus Dunhill on the call. Canton against Baltimore with Andy Hamilton and Cameron Duty at 6:45. 9 p.m. Mexico City and Vancouver. Chad Rowland and Eddie Gage. The Streets Are broadcasting. Let's see if they're over their teams playing each other the night before. And at 9:15 on Sunday, San Diego and Las Vegas with Jeff Milanishin and Mickey Malillo. Hand off O'Shaughnessy, and he picks up close to a first down, gets 9. Portland really needs a stop, and they need it now.
Yeah, a turnover, a big play right here. This is something that they need. And Denver, like I said, you can run the clock out.
Denver has not had a drive tonight where they have not scored. Portland has not stopped the Night Wings offense so far today. They're not going to do it on that play. First down, Bailey-O. In the first quarter, they had a 12-play touchdown drive. Then in the second quarter, a 11-play field goal, an 11-play. Excuse me, I'll get back to that after Bailey O'Shaughnessy goes up the middle again, fights out of one tackle, rolls his way close to a first down. He's a yard shy again. Also in the second quarter, Denver, 11-play rushing touchdown. an 11-play passing touchdown. Then after halftime, after Portland ran out the clock, Denver started with a 12-play field goal, and that was their only possession of the third quarter. In the fourth quarter, Denver a 10-play rushing touchdown and their current drive. Ruthless efficiency from the Night Wings now with under 3 minutes to go. O'Shaughnessy another first down into the secondary. Tackle made by Derek Majors, and more time going to go off the clock as we're going to hit the 2-minute warning coming up here shortly.
Once again, blocking is absolutely beautiful. The offensive line for Denver has had their way with Portland's defensive line, and it creates these openings for Mill and Bailey.
Once again, thank you to Ron Haynes, Ryan Orlovsky, and Eddie Gage for keeping us updated on the stats front. Oh, look out. Bailey O'Shaughnessy going backwards 5 yards. Not a great play call there by Denver, and Portland eats it up.
Yeah, and that was a great job by the defense right there. Any type of negative yards is going to be positive for Portland. You got to get a stop.
And it potentially pushes Denver out of field goal range. Denver can't get a field goal, or it's back to a 2-possession game, as we are going to hit the 2-minute warning. Denver trying to hold on and go to 2-1, or 2-2, excuse me. Portland trying to get to 2-1. A win for either of these teams would tie them for first place in their respective divisions for the time being. Second out and 15. They've leaned on Bailey O'Shaughnessy so far on this drive. Do they do so again with a quarter mile in front of them to the first down line? They will not. Struthers in trouble. Down he goes. Nobody was open downfield. Portland takes their first timeout, and Denver is facing a 3rd and 23.
Big plays right there. That is really big, and now you can have your defensive ends pin their ears back, go after the quarterback. Maybe a turnover here.
They've pushed Denver back all the way to their own side of the field. Once again, it's 3rd and 23. Denver looking for one final haymaker. They're going to give it to O'Shaughnessy and hope he does something magical with it. And he is close. He almost gets back to the original line of scrimmage. When he broke that first tackle, I thought he might get there. But no, it's the first defensive stop of the game for the Portland Fleet, and it may have come at the perfect time. Portland is going to have one timeout. That punt is sliced off the foot of the punter. Not a great punt. Portland's going to have pretty good field position. They'll start at their own 22. 78 yards, a minute 40, one timeout. Anthony, can they succeed where Denver failed last week?
In the SFL, anything is possible. Anything can happen right here. They had a good drive, the last 2 drives right here. Passing ball really helped.
Cyrus Jive, 14 of 23. 1 touchdown, 1 interception, 153 yards on the game. He stands in the pocket, throws over the middle. Flag is down. Our second flag of the game, and it's going to be pass interference on Denver again.
It's not the time to have these penalties right here. Yeah,
that one's pretty clear.
Yeah, you can't do that. You can't block them for getting the ball right there. And luckily, it wasn't a big pass interference, but needless to say, it's a first down.
And it stops the clock without Portland having to burn a timeout. They're up to their own 30. Jive looking, throwing, caught. Nelson Lozano moves the chains. 1:30 to go and counting.
Like I I said, there's time on the clock now. You gotta time management is gonna be very important here. With only one timeout.
Maybe got to start thinking about throwing to the sidelines. They'll go over the middle again. It's going to be a short completion to Lozano. And they will call their final timeout. No, they didn't. It's an injury to Quintana. Luis Quintana's been big for Denver today. Their team leader in tackles, 7. So a big offensive force out of the game for Denver. It is a defensive injury. It does stop the clock. Jive, extra pressure coming. He gets the pass away. It's complete to the 40. Michael Knight, the former Sparrow.
And that was an incredible catch right there. And they're moving the ball, and once again, time is ticking.
And they still got one timeout. They've basically had 2 free timeouts on this drive. They run the ball with Ezekiel Love and then call their third and final timeout. Interesting decision there, but they're still within striking distance here.
I think they might have was trying to catch them off guard, but running the football now and then hitting your timeout, now you have to go sideline to sideline.
And they haven't been doing that in this entire game. That's not where they've been successful. They've been successful over the middle of the field, like that pass complete. I believe that was Israel Adams on the catch, and now they've got to go fast with 36 seconds left. They won't spike the ball. Jive middle, overthrows it incomplete. It is 4th and 1, crucially, so they've got to get the ball at least 1 yard or this game is over.
And so you got to get now you're in a predicament. You got to get a first down, but then you have to run it to the ball. And I haven't seen Portland take a shot down the field today.
And maybe they should have saved the timeout for a situation like this, where you could lean on your run for one play because you had that timeout in your back pocket. No such luck this time for Portland. 4th and 1, the ball game on the line. Snap to Jive. He looks, he throws. It's dropped!
Oh.
Nelson Lozano had it in his hands, and the ball hits the turf. The Denver Nightwings are going to survive and come away with a win in hostile territory. Lucas DeVore, he's had the 2 biggest plays on defense in this game, the interception and now the pass breakup that wins the game for Denver.
And that's a big-time play right there on defense. That's what Denver needed when Portland was feeling good, moving the ball right there. And they came up with a big stop on 4th down. Tough call, tough for Portland as they were making their way back.
Last week, Denver had a shot. This week, Portland had a shot to come back, and they both end the same way without getting a shot at the end zone. The Denver Nightwings are going to survive in this one, 34-28 in a game where Denver, on the statistics side, pretty much dominated, but Portland used their special teams and used timely offense to stay in the game. We're never really out of it. But Denver picks up a win. They go to 2-2. Portland falls to 1-2. Anthony Ellison, your thoughts on this crazy game here on Saturday?
I love and kudos to the play caller on defense, the offensive coordinator for Denver. The fact that they came in and they had a game plan that we're going to spread the ball out to 5-6 different receivers. We're going to run the ball with Bailey, but we're also going to run the ball with R.E. Mills, and we're going to keep Portland on their toes. And that they didn't know who was getting the ball there. So the fact is, fantastic play calling on Denver, but I do give the flowers to Portland for staying in there and fighting and doing the best they can.
O'Shaughnessy, 193 yards, another banner day for him, although he didn't have a really big breakout play and only 1 touchdown. It was mostly R.E. Mills that got the honors. 2 touchdowns on 4 carries for the fullback Mills today. Gene Struthers, 223 yards on 21 of 29 attempts. Lucas DeVore, they didn't give him a pass breakup for that last play, and I think they probably should have. Anyway, Portland wins at 34-28. Anthony, you got to give a player of the game here. It's going to be tough to choose.
Just because of the 2 touchdowns, I do appreciate R.E. Mills coming in, and those were big in the beginning to get them for the team. It wasn't expected, breaking tackles, so I am giving it. But the fact that Denver played a complete game.
For me, it's Gene Struthers, 72% completion, blew his 58% completion from last week out of the water. Incredible game today by the quarterback. Didn't make bad decisions, didn't throw an interception, kept it clean, found his receivers when they were open. He is my player of the game. Once again, your final score, the Denver Nightwings 34, the Portland Fleet 28. For Ron Haynes, Ryan Arlovsky, and Eddie Gage on stats, and Anthony Ellison here in the broadcast booth with me, my name is Michael Turillo. Signing off. We'll see you later tonight for more SFL action right here on YouTube.